reino del norte. Mi gente sí buscan soluciones para los problemas en el barrio. Mi gente está sufriendo y por eso aquí estamos, tales soluciones. Cristo en la Biblia, mi gente.
So I want to ask majority of you brothers, what nationality do y'all come from? I know a lot of a mixture of Hispanics, which is Mexicans, Latinos, you got Puerto Ricans, right? You got Dominicans. So which majority of people reside in Price Hill area? Is it a mixture? Mixture of the Mexicans and Dominicans and so forth? A little bit of everything. Okay. So we, with the Bible, we're looking at American history, they usually put a difference. They say, according to America, they put African Americans and so-called Hispanics, we are different people, different nationalities, we're not the same people. But when it comes to the Bible, it says that we actually are all one nation of people, right, the children of Israel. So go ahead and get Isaiah chapter 1, Isaiah 1 and 3. So we're gonna get some things showing our nationality today, what it is, our true nationality, who we really are in these last days, right? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So an ox, right? That's a strong animal. It says when you have an ox, it know who's owns him, right? It know who the owner is. Read.
And the ass.
The ass was the donkey, right? Read.
His master's crib.
The donkey knows how to get back home if you ever get lost, right? So this is an analogy that the Bible is bringing on the children of Israel, which is his chosen people, right? Read.
But Israel doth not know.
But it says Israel, which are today the blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. We make up the tribe of Israel. The Bible has 18 nations in it. So you know you have Africans, you have Japanese, you have Chinese, right? The children of Israel makes up one nation, which is the blacks, which is the Hispanics, and the Native American Indians. So that's what results in, like I say, the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Mexicans, right? Guatemalans, they all fall under the term of we all the children of Israel. Same with the blacks, African Americans, we got Haitians, and also we got Jamaicans. We fall under the same category as the children of Israel. So right here we're saying today we don't know who we are because we call ourselves Mexicans, right? We call ourselves Dominicans, but what's the origins and meaning behind those nationalities? Keep reading.
My people doth not consider.
And we don't consider how great we are or where our true history comes from, right? So that's why we are here today with Israelite in Christ. We are showing our people who we are and the condition we live in. Why is this happening to our people? So can you say Price Hill, is this a good neighborhood? Is this counted as a ghetto, the hood? So would you say this is a good neighborhood or a lot of crime happened in the Price Hill? I know lately it's been getting better, but in the past, I heard Price Hill was one of the worst neighborhoods to be in Cincinnati, right? And get Deuteronomy. So we use the Bible, the prophecy to show who God's people is in these last days, because the misconception is, when it comes to the Bible, they say God is everybody. God's people is everybody, right? They say certain things like the image of Christ don't matter, Christ is white, the angel is white, right? But we all here to prove things according to the scriptures, right? The truth. What is the truth, right? Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Go ahead.
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So if anybody familiar with the Bible, this is during the book of Deuteronomy, which is right after Moses delivered the children of Israel through the Red Sea. So before they was in Africa under Pharaoh, they were what? They were slaves, right? They were slaves under Pharaoh, having to serve Pharaoh. But when the Spirit of the Most High came on Moses, he delivered the children of Israel through the Red Sea. They was free from what? From bondage now. So now they're in the wilderness, and God has had to reiterate the laws back to them. So he was saying, these are the what? Read that again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you do not listen to God's laws and commandments, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
This present day, go ahead.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it says all these curses will come upon the children of Israel and overtake them if they don't keep what God told them to keep, which is what? The laws and commandments, right? So let me ask y'all brothers something. Is a curse a good thing or that's a bad thing? You said that was a bad thing. What about you, my brother? Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? A bad thing, right? So he's saying a bad thing will happen to his people if we do not listen to what God say, right? And let's go to 16.
Verse 16.
Now it's going to elaborate on what curses suits the children of Israel. Read.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So it says, curse will you be in the city, right? And like I just said before, we live at Price Hill, right? This is not a good neighborhood. This is not like Mason, Milford, Westchester, right? This is considered a hood, right? So it says cursed in the city. How are we cursed in the city today, my brothers? How would you say we as a people are cursed in the city? Low income households, right? We work for jobs or we get paid minimum wage, right? We work in 13-hour, 12-hour days that bring home what? $200? That's a curse, right? Or we walk down the street and we looking behind our back because we don't want our own brother to what? Rob us or shoot us, right? But you my own brother, my people. I shouldn't have to look behind me and worry about you coming up and me stealing me because I bought some new shoes, right? That's a curse. Also, with what? The police, right? We walking down the street, they ask you, as soon as the police pull up, we get scared, like, hey, what y'all doing? The police just walk around the block. We got to go inside the house, right? Those are curses in the city. And when you see majority of the blacks, Hispanics, we live where? We live in the hood, in the ghettos, right? So this is showing that God said to Moses, the children of Israel, if you don't keep these commandments, I will bring curses upon you. He said, cursed shall we be in the city. And you can see where we live at, it's a cursed environment. All on the news, do they promote any good things when it happens to Hispanics or black people? All you see is what? Somebody got shot, somebody got robbed, right? They don't never promote positivity, right? That's a curse. So it says this is one curse that will happen. Cursed in the city, right? Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What is that talking about? It says, and cursed shall you be in the field, right? What you think that's talking about, my brother?
Like the area that you hear, they live in the hood.
Yeah, what's the history behind how we got to America? I know, and it says that the Indians, right, was already here, and Christopher Columbus came over here, right? When Christopher Columbus came over here, what did he do to y'all? Did he
bring out the slavery?
Slavery, right?
Yeah.
So cursed in the field, meaning we had to pick what? Cotton, sugar cane in the rice fields, right? Remember, this Bible was written 1,000 years ago. But right now, Moses is telling the children of Israel, which was free, they just got out of bondage from under Pharaoh for 400 plus years. So he's telling the Israel, like, hey, if you don't keep God's commandments, these curses will happen to you. And they looking at Moses like, what you mean? We free right now. What you talking about? But he says, future, that's what prophecy is. That means it's going to happen in the future. Not at that exact moment, but in the future, right? And we see it played out today. So cursed in the field is regarding to slavery. Right. Also, the job field, like I said before, we the what? First hired, the last hired, the first fired, right? No matter how many applications we put in, we went to prison, got a felony. A lot of places are gonna write us off, right? And they ask you now, what's your nationality? You got to put Hispanic, black. Why? Why do it matter? I just want a job. I'm the best man for the job. Why you got to know if I'm black or Hispanic to do the job, right? So that's the curse in the field it's talking about, right? Now go to verse 32.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So what is this talking about? Remember, we're reading the Bible. Moses, which is a child of Israel, right? Moses, he was a tribe of Levi. He would be a Haitian today, right? So he's saying, your sons and daughters will be given unto another people if you did not want to listen to me and keep my commandments, right? So remember, Moses is talking to Israel. And I said before, Israel was one nation. So Moses wasn't talking to everybody. So a lot of people think the Bible is meant to be for everybody, which is not true. The Bible was only meant for the Israelites, which are the blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. This is our real history, right? So read it again. It says our sons and what?
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So when did that happen? It says our sons and daughters will be given to another people. What does that mean? our sons and daughters?
When they started slavery.
Slavery. We was given to another race of people, right? That's the transatlantic slave trade of 1619, right? 1492, when the Christopher Columbus came over here, right? And the Spaniards conquered the Indians that was already on this land, right? They was given to another people. Like he said, when he came down here, it wasn't, we gonna be equal, we gonna share the land. I'm gonna take you back, right? Some of them he took back, some of them he left there. So we gotta understand that God said these curses only fit in one group of people though. He said this is for the Israelites, the children of Israel. He's like, you will go through these things. So he says our sons and daughters will be given to another people. So you said that's slavery, right? So we see a lot of movies they got, like for the Hispanic, they got the Apocalypto. Y'all seen Apocalypto?
Yeah.
Yeah. And with us, we got 12 Years a Slave. We got The Root. You got you see Django. When you said our sons and daughters be given to another people, mean another race, we didn't have no power to get nothing back. So that means you have a wife. Your wife just had a baby. And as soon as that baby was born, they took the baby and said, we're going to send him to the Williams plantation. I couldn't do nothing about it. We didn't have no power, right? But he said this was going to happen. And they looking at Moses like, my son right here, my daughter right here, what are you talking about? He's saying this is a future prophecy. If you do not abide by the commandments God gave us, these are the curses or the repercussions or the judgments he will put on his children, his people, right? So keep reading.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
So when in slavery they took our children from us, he said our eyes will look because we've never seen our kid no more. You could born how many babies you want, they take them away. I could never see my son or daughter grow up because they took them away, right? So he said we would mourn, right? We would cry, we would be sad. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
It says there shall be no might. I mean, we didn't have no money, right? We didn't have no military behind us to get our children back. That's the curse we had to suffer if we broke the commandments of God. So we got to understand the book of Deuteronomy goes into the curses which we identify as who is the children of Israel today, right? So that's what we get into knowing our history and our nationality, which is important, you know, so we know actually who we are and what's our purpose in life.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word, His word.